Silicon Valley Bank, a popular tech lender, collapsed.
Silicon Valley Bank.
Silicon Valley Bank.
Silicon Valley Bank, the largest failure since the economic collapse of 2008.
That all happened this morning, a bank run and a capital crisis. So now the bank is actually not a bank anymore. It is now under the control of the U.S. Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, which means that they're going to be liquidating all of the bank's assets to pay back those customers.
Ring. Hello? Hello, this is Dwight Schrute. They're having a limited time offer only on everything.
Now, statistically speaking, it's unlikely that any of you who are watching this video are actually Silicon Valley Bank customers because we only have 2,000 subscribers. But if you are, don't worry, because FDIC insurance is about to kick in, so you will be getting your funds back. And even if you are uninsured or over the limit, there's a good chance you'll also be getting some money back once the bank has been liquidated. At the end of last year, Silicon Valley Bank had $209 billion in total assets and about $175.4 billion in total deposits. Now, obviously you can't pinpoint one variable for why this bank collapsed, but one variable is the fact that there has been aggressive rate hikes this year. And as those rates go up, it tends that the deposits, like the securities and the treasuries, actually go down. But I personally wouldn't say that they caused it. I think those values were inflated in the first place, and that's just the mechanism that balances things out. But when things are good and you keep thinking they're gonna go good, you kind of, push that limit a little too far. So although it does kind of give me that 2008 feeling like something bad's gonna happen, everybody, all the officials at least, say nothing to worry about. They're just gonna collect information. Everybody's deposits are gonna be fine. This is a one and done situation. A lot of tech companies, the Silicon Valley type, some of the unicorn companies, they rely on this bank. We'll see if there's any knock-on effects. And that brings me to 3D printed sperm. The next article I want to talk about is called Resistance is Fertile and the Rise of 3D Printed Spermbots. So German researchers have 3D printed spermbots, and we'll put that in quotes. So they're these little robots that are meant to help poorly swimming sperm. Just move it along there. Using nanoscribes, Photonic Professional GT system, the team printed small metal helix shapes that can be controlled with a rotating magnetic field, which can carry a sperm to its destination, which is always the egg, I think. They don't go anywhere else. They have no other destinations. Never mind that joke. We're not going there. So this could help solve male infertility and aid in vitro fertilization and artificial insemination. It's exciting to see the way that 3D printing is starting to transform the medical field. I was especially impressed with the tiny scale that they were able to actually print something useful. So I know it seems like something out of a sci-fi movie, and who knows, maybe one day we'll see spermbots and other nanobots used in everyday medical treatment.
A lot more work needs to be done before testing in humans begins.
So researchers at the University of Rochester have created a superconducting material.
Superconductors are the material which does not have any resistance.
Was able to exhibit superconductivity at 69 degrees. And that is a significant achievement.
Realization of what we consider the holy grail of superconductivity. Having superconductivity at room temperature.
But scientists call it red matter.
Joking with my students that we're going to call it red matter because of the movie Star Trek.
The potential applications of this kind of breakthrough are vast. And they include being able to create more affordable medical imaging techniques and levitating high-speed trains, just to name a couple. Now, this was only achievable because they came up with a way to create this little cage-like lattice inside of the material. And that lattice was actually made out of nitrogen. And on top of that, the researchers are already looking into ways that new algorithms can be used. And it's this possibility of working with new algorithms, especially the ones that are based in deep learning, to predict possible superconducting materials.
We need to be able to scale this up so we have large-scale materials that also exhibit superconducting properties.
So one of the biggest mysteries, was there ever life on Mars, is starting to be hinted at from an artificial intelligent algorithm. So researchers from the SETI Institute now have a new machine learning algorithm to help them find out if life has ever existed on alien worlds. And these are indicators that there was biological life on another planet because these are chemical signatures that come from only life as we know it. Now, detecting these kind of biosignatures from many light years away is not an easy task. Like always with machine learning, we let the computer help us see the fine patterns that we can't detect. Researchers used the signatures that they can find on different parts of life found here on Earth. And then using that data, they could train the model. So looking at things like salt formations and the general distribution of life in different climates and different regions. And with all that data, the machine learning model is now able to identify biosignatures with more precision. Researchers hope to use this kind of data to help guide where research missions should be pointed in the future. It's a big universe out there, and we want to focus our efforts on the parts of the universe that have the highest probability of detecting life. Now, brain hemorrhages and brain cancer can cause significant damage to brain tissue. And that's the kind of tissue that just doesn't heal on its own. But now researchers have created synthetic hydrogels to provide a scaffolding for neuronal tissues. Now, the team used neural stem cells in combination with those hydrogels, which might be used in the future to help life-threatening conditions. The researchers optimized the electric charge of the hydrogel to ensure that the neural stem cells could attach and grow efficiently. They also adjusted the ratio of cross-linking molecules to match the stiffness of brain tissue. So the way that they went about this, the team actually created a model of traumatic brain injury in mice, and then they implanted the porous hydrogel into that cavity. And by doing that, it led to blood vessels working their way into the hydrogel. And then after injecting some stem cells that were colored with a special fluorescent dye, they could see that there was a pretty high survival rate. Now, this technology isn't anywhere close to being used in a medical situation yet, but this new approach for therapeutic brain reconstruction could be the future. So if you like this content, check out the video that Google is recommending to you right here, because I would love to get this channel up to 2,000 subscribers. That's our next big milestone. I will keep delivering awesome technology, artificial intelligence, alien life, space travel news to you if we can make this business work for me. So please click on this video. I would really appreciate it. Thanks, guys.